What happens when you find out something about your past, something about who you are, and you don't like it? How do you react? It's hard to really put yourself in that person's shoes, you know? I'd like to say, well, I'm a good person, and no matter what I learn about myself, it won't lead me off the path of goodness. But I don't know that I would do that. You don't know how you're going to react in a situation until you're in it. Now, what kind of thing could you learn about yourself that would really upset you? Imagine you were a blacksmith, and you had spent your whole life being a blacksmith, and you had apprenticed as a child, and then you had Mako injected into your veins, and you rose through the ranks to not just be a blacksmith, but to be a member of blacksmith. All caps, first class. And then you found out that everyone you've been making weapons for, the people you called your friends, are descendants of people who committed a genocide on your ancestors. How do you react to that? I think it would be understandable to be a little upset. When you learn something new about yourself, it can lead you to a new purpose. It can change the entire direction of your life. It's really a powerful thing. The question that it leads to, though, is changing the direction of your life always a good thing? Welcome to No One Can Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy. I'm Jeff Ekman.
And I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
And here we go, Season 4, Episode 7.
This is it. I mean, we're finally getting rolling. I feel like I got my sea legs back under me as far as doing the podcast goes, and when we're finally about to learn some shit about Cloud's past.
Yeah. Last we left off, we finally saw the world map.
Uh-huh.
We left Midgar last episode.
What episode is this?
7.
Did you just say 7?
Yeah. We've left Midgar. We just walked into a new town, the town of Calm.
Yeah, this is the second town. Don't worry, we won't be here for 9 hours or whatever.
Right. Well, we're going to be here for a little while, and then it's time for a big flashback.
Yeah, that's what's coming up in this episode.
So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's go! So this is Calm. Do you think it's going to stay calm?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't remember.
Welcome to Calm.
Yeah, the opposite of Midgar.
Yeah, that's completely the intention. It has to be, right?
It's a beautiful small town, very peaceful.
The designers were like, we have way more to offer than this cyberpunk dystopia. Check it out.
Yo, I'll be waiting at the inn. Hurry up and get your butt over there.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, it's like, this is it. We've been building to this. This is how titanically this game is paced.
That's the
That
prologue.
was the first part. Yeah, that was like escaping from Narsh with Terra. Like,
Can you imagine how many episodes into the show we're at right now?
I don't know.
So instead of going to the inn, like Barrett said, we make him wait for us again.
And we go on this is like our first real walkabout town. Because we walked around in the slums, but this is such a contained, you're in town.
Right.
You can easily check it all off.
There's a handful of people milling around, and they've all got interesting things to say, things that you wouldn't hear in the town of Midgar.
Yeah.
When you talk to this guy, he's like, that Shidra company's made everything great for us in this town, because everything's all cheap and good. And then you talk to him again, and he's like, everything's convenient. And now he's like, maybe a little too convenient. The famous floating city, Midgar. Wait a minute. Wait, what? The city was floating?
Well, because whenever you visit, you're going to stay up on top, right? So you come and you're like, look, the city is like in the sky. Because you're like on the plates. That's what they're talking about.
They don't even know that it's attached to the ground.
Well, they know it is, but, you would just call it that. You'd be like, because check it out, look.
It's marketing, Jeff. I mean, Denver is the mile-high city, right? I mean, it is a mile-high.
Cities have different names, like Reno is the biggest, smallest town in the world or something.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a better...
The Big Apple.
Exactly. It's not an apple.
You're right. All right.
It's not anything like an apple. I mean, if you were approaching it, you could imagine it's floating.
Right, yeah. But
it's just, you got to have the Board of Tourism. We met that guy, right?
Oh, yeah. You're right.
He has evil plans or something.
You wouldn't call it a floating city.
Oh, sure you would. There's all kinds of names for cities.
But when you live in a world where cities might actually literally float.
Well, these yokels obviously don't know that. They obviously don't even know what they're talking about because Midgard is such a shithole. Like,
they want to see it in person.
You know, look how nice this place is, and they're going like, man, I hear Midgard is amazing.
Oh, look. In their closet was an ether. I like that the items on the ground in this game are like little sari pieces. Mako Energy's made things a lot more convenient. It seems like a lot of plants and animals have been disappearing at a rapid pace.
Gee, I just wonder...
I don't know if they're connected,
what this could be about.
Probably erosion. I think the old life was better. Don't you think so? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure I'm right. You think so, don't you? I'm just agreeing with everybody. Can I sleep in your bed?
I always loved how these beds looked with these graphics. Like, they look so soft to me.
Yeah.
They look so marshmallowy.
Yeah. Get out of the way, kid. There's a chest over there.
Most of these little dioramas in the game, like if you're in a house, they'll have chests and boxes just all over
treasure
the place.
Chest. It doesn't have the exact design of the treasure chest that you know and love.
You could tell it's part of the pre-rendered background. It's as though Cloud's walking around like pawing at like painted boxes, going like, "But I want what's in it. None of it's real. None of it's real."
Bet you can't open that.
Why? Why make it a... I guess because the kid would have one. Shut up.
Answering your own little quibble.
And then being mad at the guy who answered.
It's just so goddamn detailed, that's why. I mean, but seriously, every fucking room is like...
Yeah.
Because, you know, the previous games, you'd go in a house and be like, this isn't a house. No one could live here. And you go in here and you're like, man, look at all their stuff. Like, can you imagine what the artists' like offices look like for this game?
He keeps a dog in the cupboard under the stairs?
Oh, that's adorable. Like, yeah, for real. Look at that kind of shit. Like, what? Just in this, that just is there. That's just a little...
Oh.
Ooh,
maybe we could open the other one?
Except sometimes you're pawing at the painted background, and it is real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes these other-looking chests, you can open them...
Yeah, so you've really got to check everything.
Every single thing.
Even more so than in the last ones, because you're not even sure what could be a thing.
Oh, I can open oh, God. What can I open? There was a suspicious-looking man in a black cloak. He was carrying a wicked-looking sword. I'm assuming that's Sephiroth. Let me ask you this. This guy in the black cape, he's carrying this wicked-looking sword. Didn't he leave his sword in the President Shinra's back?
That's what I'm saying. He's got to have like a supply of these things, because every now and then he's got to have an extra to leave his calling card.
But each one of these extras can only be wielded by him. Like, they're all originals in a weird way.
I guess, yeah. Well, it's also unclear. I mean, we'll get to it later, but it's not clear if it's actually him leaving them.
It's not clear.
Are these real swords? Anyway,
I don't know.
but like...
I'm gonna go ahead way out on that limb. I received the Peacemaker. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's probably some weapon. The guard source.
I didn't know you could open all this shit. I had no idea.
This is what I'm gonna teach you about this game.
I know, exactly. Like, I should just like walking around going like, doesn't look like any of it opens to me.
It doesn't look like anything to me.
Keep moving.
My old man was a miner, but he couldn't go to work after monsters started appearing in the Mithril mine. Now all he does is sit around getting drunk in the bar. Didn't somebody else say that about their family member in this game?
Seems like a popular thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any more firewood somewhere, do you think?
I think outside, but make sure it's not the neighbor's firewood. Is it true that Shinra made a monster?
It's true, man.
It's true. Yeah, well, either way, as long as we're using the reactor, we can't stand up to Shinra. It's like... The atrocities are just shit that we're gonna have to accept because I need my fucking sweet power.
I'm gonna see if I can find some firewood.
Is there chocolate in the clocks? No clock chocolate?
Oh, no.
Man.
Man, there is shit all over the place.
Which of these are chests that you can open and which are not? Answer me, game. The world's at peace. All's well. Well, we're just at the start of our journey. This is a guy who we're going to come to know as the Calm Traveler.
Yeah, this fucking guy we're talking to right now who says the world's at peace and all is well.
Uh-huh.
On disc 3, he's going to have some other shit to say.
Very other things. The world is not at peace.
Just some other shit. God damn it, I hate this guy.
It's also like, talk about a hard contrast from where we just were.
Oh, this town?
Yeah, some guy who's just like, you know what?
The world's great and everything
pretty good.
should
I mean,
stay.
check out the tiling on our town.
I got my health and food.
Like,
yeah.
we've got
a sweet design in our...
It's like a bathroom, but you're outside.
Tourists, it's like the bottom of a wave pool, but there's no water.
Everyone comes here for spring break and gets trashed and pisses in the streets, and we just hose it down in the morning.
Yeah, there's drains built into it. Tourists, huh? There's some things you should know that'll come in handy when you travel around the world. Want me to tell you what they are? Tell me.
Yeah.
Ride things by pressing the select button. And the select button? Let's remember that. I think in this case, the select button is actually the OK button.
Yeah, I think they're saying the button that selects.
Right.
Not
the select button that is also on your controller. They weren't standardized yet on the PlayStation. Nintendo had strict rules about what you have to go around the world and push A button to talk to everybody. You can't dash with the world map on, so make sure not to press the cancel button unless you get off. Remember this because chocobos will run away as soon as you get off of them, so be careful. We've seen a chocobo, and now this guy's referenced a chocobo, but right now, if I didn't know from previous games, I'd be like, what the fuck is a chocobo? What is he... Because chocobos will run away? What do they mean?
There's some really mysterious shit that is about to happen with chocobos, I think. At the pace of this game, by about 2, I mean like in 4 hours maybe or something. I don't know. I did not realize how goddamn slow this game is. Like, I'm loving it, actually, but like, man, that was an epic that was...
It took a long time.
Nuts.
We walk into the bar.
The bar in town is nice.
This game's full of amazing bars.
Yeah. Oh, I used to work in the coal mine down south called the Mithril Mine. I don't know why they call it the Mithril Mine. We don't mine any mithril from there. It's all coal.
What the fuck?
It's all fucking coal.
Is it a scam or something?
Yeah, I worked down at the coal mine called the Gold Mine, started by Anthony Gold, the famous coal man. Like, I don't get it.
Right around then, monsters started appearing. After that, business went to pot, and now I spend the days here drinking.
Like, I work down at the old Mithril Mine. Do you want to buy any product?
Yeah, there's just no problems around here, so why could there ever be problems?
There's just so many goddamn people in this game. Dude, there's like, they've got even the person
Stay out of the kitchen.
in the back.
And he yells at you if you try to get into the kitchen. Stay out of the kitchen.
Man, their ambition was like every restaurant is fully staffed. Like every house has like all the beds you need for all the people. Like it was just
they were like, we're gonna finally do it.
Yeah.
God, how many more buildings are there in this town? And these are the shops. Sometimes those chests can be opened.
That's so nuts.
Or you can be told that it's locked. What is this?
Is that like a display case with a little mini tree in there?
Yeah, like something awesome. Or maybe a bunch of jewels. Maybe it's a tray full of jewels. Or materia. They have it out like it's like rings and that felt.
Ooh, that's some expensive materia.
Oh shit. Alright. Here, you take over. We finally enter the inn.
Yeah, that was what a walkabout in a town is like in this game.
Eat a cookie.
Yeah. Do you actually want to maybe take a break for a minute?
Yeah.
I'm not really exactly sure why we need to find Sephiroth.
Yeah, well, because we gotta settle a score or something.
To save the world, Sephiroth must be stopped.
Right.
He's already come to that conclusion somehow.
I don't know how he's come to that conclusion.
And, I think shit is about to go into outer space. But
I hope you mean that literally. I mean, there is the Department of Outer Space. If we don't get there at some point, I'm going to be pretty upset. So during our break, we step out onto the balcony, overhear our neighbor talking again.
Yeah, we were just and I'm trying to explain what it sounds like because the breeze will blow by and it kind of carries his voice, and you can tell he's angry.
Right.
And you can tell he's saying they.
Right.
And stuff like that. It just is unsettling. We're sitting there going like, the only other voice is this guy who
clearly
talks,
is upset that we're here,
and it always reacts to when we talk.
Yeah,
that's why we think this.
Right.
Like, it'll be quiet, and we'll start talking, and then we hear him going, and they're back. And then he kind of trails off because the breeze stops, and it's just like, what?
Like, do you think they were angrily talking about us?
It sounded like it a little bit.
It kind of did.
Like he was like fucking like that's all I heard, right?
Yeah.
But like, couldn't be bothering anybody less.
Yeah, that's what seems crazy.
I know how I feel towards people who are new to the Airbnb in my apartment building, which is I'm already like, fuck you. And if they've like said that they're gonna call the cops to make sure that everything's compliant or whatever, it's like, that's crazy. It's not like we can do anything about it.
Yeah,
our dog isn't barking. Like there's a dog somewhere in this neighborhood that's barking. That's what I mean. Where like I read that thing and I was like, oh, so they're like starting mad at us.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I mean, I don't know that we overheard anything real.
Yeah, you're right. It could have been nothing. It did just seem.
It sounded like fucking stuff, right?
Yeah, it seemed like angry.
Maybe at some point though, we don't have to do this tonight, but some night. We should go out, explore the neighborhood on the street.
Yeah, I don't want to walk out there right now. That guy kind of freaks me out.
Cloud, you're late.
So we're back upstairs at the inn where everyone's been waiting for Cloud.
Right, while we walked around the town of Kong.
Yeah, he's like, hang on, I'm going to tell you why we just did all of that and what we need to do now, but first I'm going to hit the bar.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Guess everyone's here now. So, let's hear your story. You know, the one about Sephiroth and the crisis facing the planet.
Oh my god.
Let's hear it all.
I think we're about to hear
all the legends. Drop every piece of history on us right now.
Hold our questions for the end.
Okay.
If we can.
And so the story of the inciting incident of this game, which happened many years before the start of it, begins.
Yep, that's correct.
I used to want to be like Sephiroth, so I joined Soldier.
After working with Sephiroth on several missions, we became friends.
You call that a friend?
Yeah, well, he's older than me, and he hardly ever talked about himself. And we all know how fucking irresistible those qualities are in a person.
Yeah,
they won't say anything, they're a fucking aloof asshole.
Well, according to this game, that's like the best thing you could ever be.
Exactly. So I guess you could call him a war buddy. We trusted each other until one day. One day?
I really feel like we're doing a stellar performance right now.
After the war, it was Soldier's duty to put down any resistance against the Shinra. That was 5 years ago. I was 16.
What the fuck?
You're
okay,
21.
So 5 years. Oh man. Okay.
Cloud's
Easy
21.
math. Solid proof. Nothing confusing about that.
And he was gonna gun down a rebellion. So we go to a flashback where Cloud is in a back of a truck with Sephiroth and some guards.
Yeah, a couple Shinra soldiers. They're like on their way to some official mission.
Shinra soldiers, not in Soldier.
Not in Soldier.
The people who are in Soldier is Cloud and Sephiroth.
Yeah.
They're with the other soldiers.
Yeah, it's like you get the elites and then the backups, and they're all together.
It sure is raining hard.
Yeah, shut up, dumbass.
Hey, who's that guy in the back? With the gray hair and the spiky and the black suit.
Probably just a guy. Probably nobody.
Yeah. Cloud walks up to one of the random guards back here.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm alright.
Didn't seem alright. I wouldn't know.
He's responding to something.
I've never had motion sickness.
That's a weird... He said that on prep.
Everything okay? They gave me some new materia. I can't wait to use it. God damn it.
Cloud's like a 16-year-old kid in the army going, ooh, we get to use guns!
I know.
Jumping up and down.
Everyone around him is like, kid, I'm not feeling so good. Like, can you please just like take it down a notch?
Go. Alright. We're just gonna keep the scene moving here. I joined SOLDIER so I could be like you. But by the time I made first class, the war was already over. My big hopes of becoming a hero like you ended with the war. Oh, that's pretty fucked up, Cloud.
Yeah,
that's why I always sign up whenever there's a big mission. Kind of a way to prove myself.
It's a twisted way of looking at it.
Say, how do you feel, Mr. Sephiroth?
So Cloud is kind of all over the place, like overly excited for his first mission, and Sephiroth kind of cuts to the chase about what they're going to do.
And now it's time for us to figure out what's going to be the voice of Sephiroth. Oh god, I don't know. Our mission is to investigate an old Mako reactor. There have been reports of it malfunctioning, but producing brutal creatures.
Oh my god.
I hope you're all Dan Carlin fans, because that's what we got for Sephiroth. First, we will dispose of those creatures. Then we will locate the problem and neutralize it.
Brutal creatures? Where?
The Mako reactor at Nibelheim.
That's where I'm from.
He's from Nibelheim. So, up at the oil refinery / nuclear reactor that they have, just monsters are coming out of it?
Yeah, there's some kind of malfunction that's...
What kind of a malfunction?
Well, since this stuff apparently can just seep into things and change them, I mean, I could imagine, like, it leaked out and all the frogs got Mako'd.
Okay, all right. That's what you're theoretically happening here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They're, you know, there's monster rats and dragons and shit.
Yeah. Sir, something strange just crashed into our truck. Yeah, I felt it.
That would be our monster. The whole game really does feel like somebody has a bunch of toys and is banging them together.
That's
like,
yeah. Wow, that is a dragon.
Yep, I told you there's dragons.
Yeah, what bumped into our van and then immediately started a battle? A fucking dragon?
A huge dragon.
An enormous dragon.
And this is like we're cutting to battle so we can just see like the power discrepancy between Cloud and Sephiroth to like really sell the legend.
Us and Sephiroth,
well, first they told you there were dragons.
Is super powerful.
He is a badass.
And Cloud is like even worse. Oh shit, Cloud just died. After Cloud dies, we cut back to the inn, and everybody's like, whoa, what a story. But I don't think the story is over. Sephiroth's strength is unreal. He is far stronger in reality than any story you might have heard about him. So, where do you come in? Me? I was mesmerized by the way Sephiroth fought. I was so mesmerized that I was hit by a thing and died, and I guess he used a phoenix down later on, and I owe him my life, really.
Yeah.
And then we reached Nibelheim.
And then the story, there was more of it.
Okay.
So Sephiroth, like, walks up to the front threshold of Nibelheim.
Yeah.
And he starts talking to Cloud about, like, you haven't been back to your hometown since you left to join Soldier, right? Well, now's your chance to be back in your hometown.
How does it feel? It's your first time back to your hometown in a long time, right? I want to see if I can find ways to do both angles on the Dan Carlin voice of because like right now I'm going purely quote voice. So how does it feel? Yeah, that's the other side. I wouldn't know because I don't have a hometown.
Yeah, there you go. How about your parents?
My mother is Jenova. Oh wait, the Jenova project. Wait a minute. Sephiroth's mom.
His mother is Jenova, he says.
She died right after she gave birth to me. My father. Is he laughing?
Was it a joke?
What does it matter?
Oh, I have a feeling it might matter a little bit.
Probably more than a little bit. Alright, let's go. Yo, wait a minute. Barrett, in voiceover, interrupts Cloud's story. Isn't that, the name of Sephiroth's mother? Barrett, hold your questions to the end.
Yeah.
We're holding ours. Go ahead.
I remember Jenova. That's the damn headless spook living in the Shinra building.
Yep. Barrett, would you please let us hear what Cloud has to say? You can hold your questions until the end.
Yeah, you can ask questions later. I was only making sure everyone understood that. Put a point on that. Okay, Cloud.
Yeah, I was only putting a point on it.
So Nibelheim is very quiet. It's an eternally eerie place, as we'll learn throughout the game. Everyone must be staying in their houses, afraid to come out because of the monsters. No, maybe they're afraid of us. Yeah, you guys are pretty scary.
We leave for the reactor at dawn. Make sure you get to sleep early. So just for clarity, there's a reactor somewhere in Nibelheim, not far. We're going to spend the night here first before we go off to the reactor. And that means that we get to explore the town in the past.
Yeah, go see our mom.
Go find Tifa's house.
Look at this little town.
It's got a water tower.
It's like an old West European town.
You may visit your family and friends.
It's my hometown. I know it like the back of my hand. I guess I'll start here.
Welcome.
Hey, aren't you Whoa! Have I come here before? I don't remember.
What the fuck?
So since we don't know where any of Cloud's friends and family live, we just start walking into buildings.
Right.
And we walk into one where someone walks up and starts to recognize him, and then Cloud, like, has a flash, and the guy disappears, and he's like, no, I don't think I came in here. I don't remember this.
I don't remember this part. Now you're pissing me off. This doesn't matter.
The right place. I didn't go into the right building.
Okay, that's
like, I don't know about this. I didn't think.
This is my house. It has nothing to do with that incident 5 years ago.
Fucking shit, man.
Yo, wait, I want to hear about that. Me too, it's been a long time, right? Tell us more.
Yeah, alright. I don't know if I can call it a family. My father died when I was still very young. That's why my mom was living alone in this house. Yeah, I saw my mom. My mom, she was a vibrant woman. But a few days later, she died.
Wait, what?
But when I saw her, she looked fine.
But then a few days later, she died.
Holy fuck.
Welcome home, Cloud. Hi, Mom.
So Cloud goes to visit his mom, and it becomes just like a bunch of broken memories of him being like, hey, Mom, and she's like, Cloud, it's been so long, and then
there's like a flash,
and he's lying on the bed, and she's like,
in a different spot.
how's Soldier? And he's like, dot, and then flash, and then he's like somewhere else.
Nice rugs in here. Mom, lying on the bed. My, how you've grown. Oh, we've seen this. I bet the girls never leave you alone. He's only fucking 16.
He's fucking, well, you know, that's totally an age where the girls don't leave you alone. I mean,
it's not that weird, really.
We haven't made it to the Bar Mitzvah yet, but that usually happens when you're 13. Tifa's listening to this story going, wait a minute, Cloud.
Yeah, well, we leave Cloud's mom's house and walk into the next house.
Right, which is Tifa's house, and she's like, hang on.
Cloud, did you go into my house? Oh yeah, I did, for sure.
Oh, you better fucking believe that.
I thought you might be home. Yes. Oh, let's go fuck around in her house in our past.
Yeah, okay.
This is amazing.
To that.
Oh, this is cool. I didn't even think about this. And I went into your room. Yeah, I went into your room.
I went into your underwear drawer. Yeah, I went into your underwear drawer.
Did I play my piano? Yeah, I jammed on it.
In Tifa's bedroom, there's a piano you can play.
Yeah. I jammed on it.
Now, how did this go? Oh, I remember.
Wait, is he jammed on it a euphemism? Gross.
It was start button to finish.
It was start button to finish. You almost did do. He could have played like chopsticks or something. And then this incredibly ominous music fades back in after he tails on the fucking piano. So then, no joke, we look in Tifa's underwear drawer.
Find something very confusing.
I received
orthopedic underwear. I was dancing around making a joke about getting into her underwear drawer.
Cloud.
And you straight up...
Is it true or am I just kidding?
It's true.
Oh, it's true. Cloud.
We're talking about something really important here. Which part? Because it all seems important.
You guys wanted to hear all about my mom and shit, so fuck you.
Yeah, so fuck you. I'm making up this story, but I went into your mom's room. And you know what? Your mom was there on the bed, and she was like in lingerie, and she was like, Cloud, I've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you can fuck with anything in here. Cloud, you've grown to be a strong man. Yeah, you're damn right.
I think I'm gonna heat up some soup. Do you want any?
No, I'm okay. There's like there's not really any like soup pan. There's like a big pot on the bottom on the left.
Big. Oh yeah, trying to find a reasonably sized soup pot was a problem in this cabin.
I noticed this. I looked everywhere. I could not find one.
Huh. I guess I'll make it in this big one, but jeez. Like, this is gonna be like a centimeter deep soup is gonna spill out like it's on the floor.
I know.
You want to play a little bit while I soup? While I soup up?
Absolutely.
So also in town is a big ominous mansion.
A very important ominous mansion.
We can't go in here now. We'll remember it later.
Centerpiece of the game, though.
This mansion. No, I'll come here later. Okay.
I love this.
Right, I'm Tifa's father.
Oh, shit.
Oh. I want you to stay away from my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I already went through her underwear drawer, so...
I took her fucking underwear.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with the orthopedic underwear? Was it a key item, or was it like an equipable thing? It's probably not gonna be.
Probably
I want it to be an item that we can use. I want it to be something that's like fucking super powerful.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Put it on her, because it turns out that she needs fucking orthopedic underwear. What is orthopedic underwear? Like, what makes it... I'm gonna look this up.
I have no idea. Up ahead is Mount Nibelheim.
Okay, I just googled orthopedic underwear, and I don't know if Google knows me or if this is actually the top hit, but it's a GameSpot thing that says, what the hell, orthopedic underwear? LOL, spoilers, sort of, Final Fantasy VII. That can't possibly be. They're all related to Final Fantasy VII?
Maybe it's a thing that doesn't actually exist.
I thought it was.
Like, orthopedic?
I know it doesn't make any fucking sense, but it sounds like something that was real. Wait, yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense. What do you mean?
Yeah, how could it be? What would it even be?
Helps with, like, your bone posture, maybe?
All I can figure is that it's some kind of, like, girdle or, like, not underwear like we think
like
of it. It's
structural
not like panties,
underwear.
but like like structural, like, scoliosis suit or something. You know what I mean?
Is that a thing, a scoliosis suit?
Well, don't they have, like, braces and stuff to correct your spine?
That's what I was assuming
surgery?
this was.
I don't know for sure. I'm talking out of my ass. I have assumptions in my brain about that stuff.
No, it's just a thing that's in this game for some reason.
Orthopedic.
Hold on, check it out. This guy says, I'm Zangan. Zangan.
I travel around the world teaching children martial arts. Cool. I have 128 students all over the world. In this town, a girl named Tifa is my student.
Oh. So she has a master out there somewhere.
We don't ever meet the 128 students, children that he teaches martial arts to, do we?
We don't see the effect that his, like, martial arts program has had on the world.
We run into him at some point later, I know, but, like, I don't think there's any reason that it's 128.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not how many bits are in this machine.
No, I think the only thing that happens is later we get another hint that Zangan existed. Like, I don't even think he comes up, really.
Yeah. I mean, orthopedic underwear makes sense. Orthopedics is like about the musculoskeletal system, so it makes sense to me that you would have some, like, underwear that makes you, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Tifa has good sense, should be a powerful fighter.
No kidding.
So then what the fuck do I do?
So now, yeah, where do we go? We don't know to sleep.
We've forgotten what happened 10 minutes ago.
Go to the left, like in front of the mansion's gate. But he said, I'll tell you about... Can you go to the right of that... Wait, like, go... Yeah, to the right now. Like, down a little bit? No, down. To the right. Around that lamppost.
I have no clue. Oh,
down to the left.
Doesn't go anywhere. Doesn't go out.
It doesn't go out?
No.
Press select.
I mean...
Walk the fuck around. It's... What the fuck? Yeah, we'd been down there?
Yeah.
Hey, do you have to, like, configure... Like, what the fuck?
I have no clue what to do. This is absurd. I really don't know.
I'm gonna Google... Cloud won't tell me about his time in the mountains. So while I'm Googling clouds in the mountains...
Yeah, I finally just walk into the inn, which I don't know why it hadn't occurred to me we hadn't walked into at all.
I know. Sephiroth is upstairs.
Yeah.
I didn't think too hard about that Google, because the top things are
some sleep soon.
About mountain thunderstorms.
Yeah, let's get some sleep. I just had to talk to him again. I've hired a guy to make the reactor.
Well, future you can appreciate how funny that is.
Oh, sorry. What? Sorry. Sorry, I was just so relieved.
No, I know. I told you I was going to Google Cloud won't tell me about his time in the mountains.
Yeah.
All the top things are about mountain thunderstorms.
Yeah. That makes
about
sense.
clouds in the mountains.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot to put in FF7.
I mean, you find it hilarious, obviously.
Oh yeah, I'm rolling over here.
Oh, I bet our guide up to the reactor is gonna be Tifa.
Oh, probably.
Oh, I bet this is gonna piece all those like weird cutscenes we've seen over the course of the game, where like it's a flashback or something, or it doesn't make sense. I bet they're all a part of this cutscene. Like it's all.
Alright.
So it's the next morning. It's time to go check out this Mako reactor with Sephiroth, and Tifa's going to be our guide up the mountain.
Reporting for duty, sir. I'll
be all right.
Be all right, Dad.
Before we go up the mountain, Tifa and her dad have a moment.
I have 2 men from Soldier with me.
Oh god, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, exactly. They inject him with all that Mako and shit.
Yeah.
Gets them all hopped up.
Can't be good.
So Tifa's gonna be our guide, us and Sephiroth, up the mountain.
But first, a photographer runs up to us.
Mr. Sephiroth, please let me take one picture for a memento. Jeez. Great, thank you. I'll give each of you a copy once I get it developed. It'll take me about 5 years. Like, I never got that picture. And that guy's like running around going like, I never delivered that picture.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see these pictures.
Whoa. A Mako reactor was built in Mount Nibel.
So we go to what I think is that second tier of pre-rendered cutscene.
Well, it's unclear because we don't see any people. But
Right, it's hard to tell. There's no Lego pieces, but it like flies around Mount Nibel.
We get a nice 360 view of like the most sinister-looking mountain range of all time,
With a Mako reactor on the top of like the craggy rocks.
Yeah, it looks like a mountain built not out of like tectonic forces, but like mineral growth on a scale it's like huge like tendrils of like spires of rocks sticking out of the ground.
Nibel? Nibble?
Nibble? I think Nibble.
The cold air of the mountains of Nibble was no different.
What?
What?
It was no different from what?
Also across this mountain range is the most dangerous bridge you could ever imagine.
Yeah, it's one of those rope suspension bridges, except one end is tied off a good like 300 feet above the other end. So you're climbing up like a ramp of planks.
Like if you were looking at a mountain peaks, one peak to another mountain peak, there's like a rope bridge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now we're on a rickety bridge. Nobody's ever fallen off of a bridge like this in a Final Fantasy game.
It gets harder from here. Follow me.
The bridge.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh
what?
my god.
Like, oh, it's one of the ones with the Legos.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
The bridge starts to collapse. Cloud and Sephiroth start falling off.
And Tifa.
Oh no.
Crash.
Well, what you didn't know that day was that Sephiroth intended that to happen or something. It was more complicated in a way. So we land with... Is that Tifa on the left? And
yeah.
Sephiroth and the guard over there?
Everyone seems to be alright.
Can we get back to where we were?
Yeah, that bridge collapse just changed the route that we were on to the reactor.
Yeah, everyone fell lower down, and Tifa's like, well, luckily, not only is this mountain craggy, but it's full of caves that just intertwine in an endless maze, so let's enter that.
These caves are intertwined, just like an ant farm.
Wait, was that cutscene pointless?
They just kind of got stuck somewhere else. You know, they're like, we gotta figure out how to get...
Alright,
So
we didn't even
totally
get separated.
Pointless. No, we didn't even get separated. We just got sort of sidetracked.
Okay. Oh, and Sephiroth. There seems to be one person missing. It may sound cold, but we've got no time to search for him. We can't go back now, so we must go on. We'll travel together from here. End quote.
Very nice. Very nicely done. What the fuck am I walking on?
You're walking on a pre-rendered background, bro. That's what you're walking on.
It's a cave.
Oh man, I needed that suit. Life-giving suit. Fighting alongside Sephiroth. Quake 3!
Holy shit.
God, Sephiroth is really...
was
so
pretty sweet.
powerful. I want to be just like him.
Yeah, I do too, kind of.
He's got like a thinner sword than me.
But it seems like...
He's like, it's about length, not girth, young Cloud.
we come upon like a natural Mako formation, which is like a beautiful pool of
green goo.
I guess the Mako energy is good. It seems like you can get near it-ish.
Yeah.
But later it seems poisonous. But anyway.
This seems more like a fairy fountain type of deal.
Exactly. Like, and it's, you know, whenever there's Mako, tree roots really like to grow towards it. It seems like it's like swirling tree roots.
What's this?
A Mako fountain. It's a miracle of nature.
Looks pretty cool. If they didn't block it with the text boxes.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, I guess. If the Mako reactor continues to suck up the energy, this fountain will dry up too. Yeah, it's like, what if oil were like a beautiful thing to behold? When it was naturally occurring, it wasn't like a tar pit. It was like, oh, and man, this place, it's like crystals grow out of trees, except the trees are rocks.
And the thing you need to know about materia is when you condense Mako energy, materia is produced.
So there we go. That's our magicite.
Materia is made out of Mako the way like diamonds are made out of coal.
Yeah.
It's very rare to be able to see materia in its natural state.
What does he mean by this? Materia is like littering the streets of the slums, and there's like Mako all over the place.
But I think it's rare for materia to just be like produced. Like materia is condensed Mako, right? So this is like finding a diamond out just in nature as opposed to like making one. Yeah.
Right, okay. Instead of going through a refinery.
All the best materia we find in the game is like this. It's like a crystal that's grown out of the ground.
Gotcha.
Instead of like a bead that we pick up at a store.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, why is it that when you use materia, you can also use magic too?
Yeah, can we make him like dumb? You were in Soldier and you didn't even know that?
I can't believe they're using this dramatic flashback to explain materia stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of amazing.
And now the mystery of how Cloud knew about materia to teach the other people in Final Fantasy school is revealed.
It's really like a parable, like teaching a man to fish. You know, we're watching the knowledge flow through
through time.
The knowledge and wisdom of the ancients is held in the materia. Anyone with this knowledge can freely use the powers of the land of... Okay, wait. Anyone with this knowledge can freely use the powers of the land and the planet. That knowledge interacts between ourselves and the planet, calling up magic, or so they say.
Magic, a mysterious power. Yeah, that's what it is, I guess.
Ha ha ha!
Did I say something funny?
A man once told me never to use an unscientific term such as mysterious power. It shouldn't even be called magic. It's science, okay?
Science.
It's fucking science in this game. So stop calling it magic.
Stop calling it magic. It's okay. Bolt 3 is just like the scientific name for that movie. You know?
I'm surprised we didn't get to Bolt Aga in this game.
Oh, you mean the name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hojo of Shinra Inc., an inexperienced man assigned to take over the work of great scientists. He was a walking mass of complexes.
That is a fucking understatement about Hojo.
I know, but it is good to get confirmation from someone on the inside of Shinra going like, we had a great scientist, and then they found this guy, and he is fucked up.
A Mako fountain, so this is where the knowledge of the ancients is.
Cool that I guided you here.
Yeah,
Didn't know that this was here.
Look at this thing that just has the knowledge of the ancients.
What do you know?
So after looking at the Mako fountain and going, ooh, pretty, we continue up the mountain up to the reactor that's sucking it dry.
Yeah, which is impressive in, like, the opposite way.
This place is like a brewery. So this is the main still over here, and what you got is, in the bottom, we've got geothermal heating, and it heats up the water on the bottom, and, evaporates. Oh shit, there's cameras here.
Bit you in the ass. I mean, it's either a brewery or a fucking oil refinery.
Oh my god, just let me up the fucking stairs. We finally made it. We sure took the long way.
We always take the long way in this game.
Tifa, you wait here. I'm going inside too, I want to see. Only authorized people are allowed in. This place is full of Shinra's industrial secrets.
Yeah, there you go.
Take care of the lady.
So the secrets inside the reactor are for soldier first class eyes only.
Exactly. So Cloud and Sephiroth walk in and they leave their guard outside who, like, holds his hand up to Tifa like, nope, no entry permitted.
So it's the guard and Tifa outside.
Man.
You can tell she's younger because she's wearing a stupid hat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, she's still got her, like, suspenders shirt going.
Better take real good care of me then. What the fuck? Where? What?
Was she trying to propose
This
something
is how
to
you
him?
walk in here. Look at this. You start here.
Wait, is this how you're purposely doing it? Are you following Sephiroth down there? Or is he...
What is up with the main entrance of this reactor?
Well, in keeping with Shinra's, like, policy of refusing to follow any kind of safety guidelines, you walk in the front door onto, like, 2 pipes that are running above the main, like, you need to walk along a catwalk of pipes to
like
a
PVC,
chain that hangs down to climb down to get onto, like, the actual walkway of
Why
the
doesn't it
reactor.
just enter the walkway?
Because everything's fucked up and shit. I don't know, man. It's dangerous in here.
What the
I think you get off on the thing in the middle on the left.
You gotta be kidding me.
So in the center of the reactor, there's like a stairway that leads up to the true center of the reactor.
Yeah.
And surrounded on the stairway are all these human-sized pods.
Yeah, they definitely look like experiment pods from a video game. Like,
Right.
you've seen, you know immediately there's a porthole you could look in.
Right. Or it's like an escape pod. Like it's a series of
Yeah, it
escape
could
pods
be
that could
that,
shoot
too.
out the back of it. But it's,
yeah,
you know,
and
it's,
at the top of the stairs is like a giant locked door
That says Jenova.
Jenova in huge letters.
Go check it out. So
Oh,
inside
shit.
the Mako reactor are like these pods.
What are the pods?
I don't know.
People-sized pods, huh?
Yeah.
That's never good.
Yeah, and he's up here. Jenova.
Under Jenova. This is his mom's...
Pretty cool design.
His mom...
This is Jenova, right? It's a locked one open.
So the main door to Jenova is locked, and Sephiroth starts walking around and looking at all these pods and piecing together what happened here, what Hojo was up to with this experiment.
Yeah, he's kind of mumbling to himself about information that we don't understand.
Now I see. Hojo. But even doing this will never put you on the same level as Professor Gas.
Professor Gast is a biologist, though. He's not trying to be on the same level as him. We know that because we read that he had a file in that library on floor 62 of the building or whatever.
Yeah.
Isn't Hojo also a biologist, probably?
I think in the moment, I think, first of all, I don't realize that there's biology going on here.
That's-
I'm
yeah.
at a place where I'm like, we're going into a Mako reactor, so I'm like, well, you know, I mean, this is a guy who's an engineer.
That's fair, yeah.
But the other reason is that I'm so internally thrilled that I know who Dr. Gast is and that I remembered that book, that I'm like, oh, but Dr. Gast is a
But he
biologist.
was a biologist.
See,
I
he's
know
a biologist.
That. I know that. And I mean, if Hojo is trying to get cats to have sex with humans, then he can't be a great
He's
biologist.
not a biologist.
Was Dr. Frankenstein a biologist?
That's a good question.
Is necromancy biology? Like, if necromancy were real, would it fall into that category?
Would that be?
Is that? Yeah, there's a guy just, like, dragging a bag of limbs down the street, and he's like, I'm a biologist. Don't worry about it.
What are you doing with
I'm
this?
gonna have an experiment where I make an abomination out of arms.
Oh,
So I'm gonna have
well,
like
he's a
1,000
biologist,
arms, and
so
the experiment is gonna be, can 1,000 arms be alive together? And you know, that's what I do with society
He's a
demands it of
biologist.
me.
This is a system that condenses and freezes Mako energy. That is, when it's working correctly.
Now, what does Mako energy become when it's further condensed?
Oh yeah, it becomes a materia. Yeah, we know.
Right, normally. But Hojo put something else in there. Take a look.
Not a person. Tell me it's not a person. Not a person. Not a person.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to get the control just right so
Yeah.
I can look in the porthole.
It couldn't be a person. Not a... Did it jump up, huh?
Cloud finally jumps up and looks through the porthole, and what's in it is like a tree person.
Yeah, I guess these pods normally is what they just use to make materia, and Hojo was like, I wonder what happens if you throw a person in there too.
Right. So
And-
so wait, the pods usually are like being pumped full of Mako and condensing them into marbles.
Yeah, yeah.
And instead of condensing the Mako into marbles, it was like...
He's making, like, materia people.
Throw
like,
a person
people are turning into crystals and monsters and shit in these Mako pods.
Pretty disgusting.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Is it a person? It's got a face.
What is this? They've been exposed to a high degree of Mako. Far more than you. Is this some kind of monster?
Exactly. And it's Hojo of Shinra that produced these monsters. Mutated living organisms produced by Mako energy. That's what these monsters really are.
Holy fuck.
Wow.
Normal members of Soldier? You mean you're different?
Oh god, is he taking off his mask?
Hey, Sephiroth, be cool, bro. Dude,
No.
Dude, be cool, okay?
No.
And just don't freak out, alright?
No.
So Sephiroth starts freaking out.
Was I...
Don't freak out, buddy.
Oh shit, he's freaking out.
Was I created this way too?
Oh,
He's learning about his dark
I
past.
remember this.
Am I the same as all these monsters?
Sephiroth.
Taking his sword to the pods like he's that
You
Kylo
saw
Ren.
it. All of them were humans.
Human? No way. I was different from the other
dude.
children.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
While Sephiroth is having this revelation, one of the pods starts breaking open.
Yeah, which is the problem we're here to fix, I think, because these pods have been busting open, monsters have been
coming
running
out.
amok.
It's breaking out. It's like a tree monster or something. He looks like he has bark on his face.
So we abruptly cut back to the inn,
Yep.
present day.
Finishing the story with Barrett and the gang.
Well, there's a lot more left.
I was even more surprised by the fact that Shinra was producing monsters.
Damn, Shinra. The more I hear, the more I hate him.
Who would have ever thought the Mako reactor held a secret like that?
That would seem to explain the increase in the number of monsters.
Oh, that would seem to explain the increase in the number of monsters recently.
Okay,
I think we should listen carefully to Cloud. Don't you think so, Barrett?
Why you talking to me? Save the game and take a rest. Maybe we should have kept
take a breather here.
This seems like a perfect place to take a breather, partner.
Holy fuck. Information overload.
A lot of shit happened in that
A
flashback.
lot of stuff going on. Sephiroth. I still don't quite understand why,
He's
even
gonna
if
maybe...
he's a monster, it matters if he's alive or not.
Well, because if that story isn't over, presumably Cloud's gonna continue on and say something like...
Hold that thought.
I hope I can. No, if this story continues, Cloud might be like, and so then when I left that place and when we parted ways, Sephiroth was like, I'm so mad about this that I plan on turning everybody into these monsters or something. Because I hate my own self. The truth is I hate me and where I come from, so I'm gonna make everybody's day bad. I'm gonna ruin all of your days.
That could be it. You know, you might be onto something, shockingly.
They were started as humans, but then Mako energy turned them into that, but also, like, if you do it the right way, then you get glowy eyes, and you become a soldier. I'm nailing it, right? Like, I totally understand all this shit.
I think you're on top of it. I think you're tracking it. I think so. That's what I understand about it.
It doesn't
Mako
feel
energy
like
seems to have, like, limitless applications to, like, whatever the fuck you want to do with it.
Yeah, crush it up, it becomes materia, you do something else to it, it becomes, you inject it, it works like heroin.
Alright.
Tifa, you were waiting outside then?
We return to Nibelheim.
Yeah, I thought
Sephiroth confined himself at the inn. He didn't even try to talk to me. Then all of a sudden he just disappeared, right? We found him inside the biggest building in Nibelheim. The villagers used to call it Shinra Mansion. Long ago, people from Shinra used to live in that mansion. So is Shinra like an ancient company?
So we finally enter the big haunted house.
Yeah.
We're in the Shinra mansion.
Okay, so now we're in the mansion. I
pretty random.
I remember this is a pretty, like, this mansion.
Can you go through those doors?
Full of secrets and stuff.
There were no random encounters in the mansion in the past. It was a better time. We'll learn later that it's not in such good condition now.
Whoa. The angles in this game are bananas.
I know. Like, this place is really big.
Ooh.
Safe.
A safe. There's gotta be a thing. Go up to the handle or
Well,
something.
if not now, I think we'll be back here in.
But it won't even say locked?
We'll be back here in real time. And we're not
In our memory palace. In our memory mansion.
Exactly. We're spending a lot of time in Cloud's memory palace right now.
There's no sign of Sephiroth, but I know I saw him go into his room.
Oh, look at that. Secret passage.
Whoa, this is his room?
Yeah. Or he said go into this room.
Oh, okay.
So at the top floor of this mansion, there's like a hidden closet door that leads to like an abandoned well with a walkway down to the bottom.
Yeah, like wooden stairs that descend spirally down like inside of a silo.
Yeah, and so at the bottom is like a basement with a secret laboratory where Sephiroth has fully invested himself in losing his mind.
Welcome to my bedroom.
He's been hiding in here.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Sephiroth's in the basement lab just pacing around, reading things.
Yeah, this room is also full of, like, forbidden knowledge, apparently.
Definitely.
About Jenova, about ancients, about Sephiroth.
An organism that was apparently dead was found in a 2,000-year-old geological stratum. Professor Gast named that organism Jenova.
X year, X month,
X day. Jenova confirmed to be an ancient.
X year, X month, X day?
Jenova project approved. The use of Mako reactor 1 approved for use.
Hey, that's the one we blew up. These angles are so cool.
This is, yeah, look at how dramatic this shit is with this little finger puppet.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they are.
My mother's name is Jenova. Jenova project. Is this just a coincidence?
What?
I mean, Jenova is a super common name, so it could
I know a million Genovas.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
My dad was named Mako. Professor Gast, why didn't you tell me anything? Why did you die? Let me be alone. Get the fuck out of here, Cloud. This doesn't concern you. You're a good kid.
Sephiroth didn't come home out of the Shinra mansion. He kept looking in books and being upset about it.
He continued to read as if he was possessed by something, and not once did the light in the basement go out.
He didn't even sleep.
Just stayed awake reading for days.
And then, for some reason, when he came out, he was a little bit crazy.
So I guess when Sephiroth tells Cloud to leave him alone, Cloud goes and, like, sleeps on a bed on the second floor of the mansion?
Yeah, I think he's just hanging out in the mansion in Nibelheim waiting for Sephiroth to give him his next orders.
So Cloud wakes up and starts walking out like, what else is going on in the mansion?
And we hear the first of the iconic Sephiroth is about to, like, fuck up the world music.
It's hard to tell what's knocking and what's music.
The knocking is part of the music.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
So I guess the 3 days are up, and Cloud goes and interrupts Sephiroth's reading.
Yeah, and he's now become fully unhinged, I think. Like, the things he has to say don't make sense to us.
You ignorant traitor. I'll tell you.
This planet originally belonged to the Cetra. Cetra was an itinerant race. They would migrate in, settle the planet, then move on. At the end of their harsh, hard journey, they would find the promised land and supreme happiness.
Okay.
This guy's been doing
reading some books.
Reading some books. You've been doing some reading, have you? But those that disliked the journey appeared. Those who stopped their migrations but built their shelters and elected to lead an easier life. They took that which the Cetra and the planet had made without giving one whit in return. Those are your ancestors.
Oh, fuck you, man. Sephiroth.
Long ago, disaster struck this planet. Your ancestors escaped. They survived because they hid. The planet was saved by sacrificing the Cetra. After that, your ancestors continued to increase. Uh-oh, the monsters are increasing.
Oh my god.
Now that's all that's left of the Cetra is in these reports.
Are you sure these are reliable?
I mean,
Sephiroth? Like,
what
are you talking about?
Were these generated by Russian bots?
What does that have to do with you?
Don't you get it? An ancient named Jenova was found in the geological stratum of 2,000 years ago. The Jenova Project. The Jenova Project wanted to produce people with the powers of the ancients. No, the Cetra. I am the one that was produced.
Produced?
I think you mean born, buddy.
Yes.
Professor Gast, leader of the Jenova Project and genius scientist, produced me.
How did he? Sephiroth?
Out of my way. I'm going to see my mother. End quote.
I would love to say that every time I walked away after an awesome speech, you know?
Just go around giving awesome speeches.
I really want to just deliver that speech at an open mic sometime. Like, just walk up and be like, you people are all traitors. The Cetra owned this planet.
And then you turned on them. Like, that would grab my attention.
Yeah, and then
Just so you can go, end quote.
End quote.
So I guess, like, the true Sephiroth is now born, the true evil bad guy.
I think he's, like, realized his he's starting to realize his real heritage.
Right.
It's more complicated than this, even.
He's a very scary person.
So Cloud walks out of the mansion and is like, oh my god, what have you done, Sephiroth?
Yeah, he in less than, like, 5 minutes, he set the entire town ablaze and murdered almost everybody in it.
Oh my god.
whoa, he burned the whole town? My hometown!
Hey, it's you. You're still sane, right?
Everybody who comes out of that
Come
basement.
over here and help me. I'll check this house, you check that one over there. Oh my god. Oh my god, the item shop.
Not
Oh no.
Tifa's bedroom.
Sephiroth. I know. I've got to get to my mom's house.
This is some kind of
Oh
war
no,
crime.
she's dead.
Or something.
So the town has been burned down, Cloud's mom is dead, and he looks off and he sees Sephiroth just murdering more people. And then we get this, like, iconic cinematic, which is...
Sephiroth, you know, it's the real cutscene CG thing, and he's standing among flames and, like, turns and walks away into more flames.
Yeah, he just walks into fire.
It's awesome.
And it's just like, yeah, this is the moment it arrives. This is the inciting incident, really, is Sephiroth killing this town.
Yes.
Oh, that's what he looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, I see now. He looks a lot like the bad guy from 10.
Yeah, this is a thing they come back to again and again, I think. It's a well that, stays moist.
Stays a little... stays moist. A well that stays moist. And it's also seamless.
Run into the reactor.
So Cloud, while the town is burning, runs up to the reactor, presumably to find Sephiroth.
Yeah, because he said he was going to go see his mother, so we know he's going back to Jenova.
He climbs the mountain, finds Sephiroth at Jenova.
Can't believe this is, like, the actual way you get into this place. Yeah, see, and this is when Tifa's dad was killed.
Okay.
Papa Sephiroth?
This is the cutscene that we flash to the first time that Cloud gets a headache in front of the first reactor.
Right, all of those disparate little clips, like, come together right here as we sort of see that they're a part of this event.
Right, that Cloud remembers Tifa was there, Sephiroth killed her dad.
Sephiroth did this to you, didn't he? Sephiroth, soldier, Mako reactor, Shenra, everything.
We cut to Sephiroth in front of the locked door to Jenova.
Mother, I'm here to see you. Please, open this door.
Tifa walks up to Sephiroth at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, she's, like, picked up his sword that he dropped next to her dad.
How could you do that to Papa and all the townspeople?
He takes it out of her hand and pones her, like he just...
And she starts, like, flying in slow motion in the air down the stairs.
Whoa. Oh, Tifa's dead. I mean, I know that she's not because... But... I'm surprised she could survive that.
I guess this is why she joined Avalanche and is like a terrorist now.
Yeah, that makes sense. But then Cloud didn't know why she did.
Yeah.
He's here seeing this.
Yeah.
He was like, Tifa, what are you doing in a terrorist organization? And at a brothel?
And she's like,
You promised you'd come when I was in trouble.
Wait, so debt already paid? He should have said that the debt was already paid.
She just calls it in again and again.
She calls it in again and again.
Doesn't seem like he's got anything better to do. Oh, let's talk to her again. Sephiroth.
So Cloud made sure that Tifa's okay, and then he goes up the stairs and follows Sephiroth into the center of Jenova.
Jenova. Mother, let's take this planet back together. I've thought of a great idea. Let's go to the Promised Land.
Cloud appears behind him, tries to confront him. My family, my hometown. How could you do this to them?
With her superior power, knowledge, and magic, Mother was destined to become the ruler of this planet. Whoa.
But those worthless creatures, are stealing the planet from Mother. But now I'm here with you.
Wow.
So don't worry.
Is Jenova a statue that he's coming up to?
Well, like Shinra, always with the flair for the dramatic, in front of the actual thing that holds Jenova, they've put this, like, sculpture of, like, a woman angel thing.
Yeah.
And Sephiroth walks up to it and, like, rips it off and throws it away.
Whoa. He's ripping that robot woman off of her robot stand. Oh, shit. Whoa, there she is.
Yeah, I guess behind that statue was a jar with that
The real Jenova.
Yeah.
The alien-looking woman we described.
Except this time it has a head, and like a VR headset that says Jenova on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my VR headset, don't bother me. I'm playing Skyrim in here.
Yeah. What about my sadness? My family, friends. The sadness of having my hometown taken away from me.
Everybody's
What
feelings
about
are valid.
that? It's the same as your sadness.
Ha ha ha. My sadness. What do I have to be sad about? I am the chosen one. I have been chosen to be the leader of this planet.
Okay.
Who chose you, though? I have orders to take this planet back from you stupid people for the Cetra. What am I supposed to be sad about?
Sephiroth, I trusted you. Rookie mistake. I got my knife out, you got your knife out.
No, you're not the Sephiroth I used to know.
You read too many books and now your brain's all fucked up.
Yeah, yep.
Oh
Whoa.
my god.
Whoa.
Oh, that's so crazy.
So Cloud is like about to have a showdown with Sephiroth. He has his sword out. Sephiroth's like above him. They're gonna fight, and then like it starts flipping reverse angles between Sephiroth and Cloud.
Yeah, like
quickly.
faster and faster, like it's a strobing at you.
And then it fades to white, and Cloud goes, and that's that. That's what happened.
And that's the end of my story. What are you talking about?
That's the end of your story?
Cloud.
It ended with the flashing back and forth between the two of you? You're not gonna fucking tell us?
Ain't there more? I don't remember. Oh, something. What the fuck?
What the fuck happened to Sephiroth?
In terms of skill, I couldn't have killed him.
No shit.
Official records state Sephiroth is dead. I read it in the newspaper.
Shinra Inc. owns the paper, so you can't rely on that information.
I want to know what happened to them. I challenged Sephiroth and lived. Why didn't he kill me?
I'm alive too. Seems like a lot of this doesn't make sense. What about Jenova?
Just to put a point on this, nobody seems to ask Tifa, who would also have information about this event.
She has her own memories of this.
I know, and we'll learn later that it's very important.
But she's keeping quiet.
It was in the Shinra building, right? Or
You're
something?
gonna wake up with a sore throat and be like, oh, I can't talk today.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow how, you know.
Shinra shipped it from Nibelheim to Midgar.
Damn. Don't none of this make sense. I'm going, gone. And I'm leaving the thinking to you.
The ancients, Cetra, Jenova, Sephiroth, and myself.
Let's go. Barrett's waiting.
What? She just listed those things?
I don't know, man.
Okay, come on.
What a fascinating story.
Fascinating story, Governor. Yeah, what time is it?
Let's find a safe point.
12:19. Yeah, I think I need to stop. I'm fading quickly, obviously.
Yeah. We'll
PHS.
PMS. Oh, PHS.
Oh, this is like...
Oh, this is the
party
handling system or something.
Yeah, this game, like, gives you a little smartphone, or to be accurate to the era of the game, a PDA.
Yeah.
For you to be able to switch out your party members at any time.
Put us in constant contact with each other. Well, I'll be going.
So the PHS is like, instead of getting on the airship and switching out your party, you can like...
I think from anywhere on the world map you can just trade them.
Alright.
I hope, I think.
Can you go to the world map? Real quick?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna try to do.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Whoa, look at that waterfall. Yay!
1430.
Our first full day of Final Fantasy VII.
I think that was pretty good. Started getting really great. Like, I wanted to keep going, but
yeah, we'll get some sleep.
too tired.
Yeah. No, I like it. It's getting very intriguing.
So far?
I mean, it's hard.
It's hard to even think about, right?
Well, because it's like there's so many things that have happened, like, and I can't quite take them all as a whole yet.
Yeah, it's very.
I like Sephiroth's backstory. That's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, Sephiroth is pretty cool. I feel like he holds up to my memory of him.
Well, he's like
enough so far.
Is he mad that he's not human?
I
He's
think
mad
it's
that he was
supposed to be
invented?
that it like made him insane.
He's like, I'm a test tube baby, and then I read I couldn't sleep, and I read that test tube babies were supposed to inherit the world.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do some dishwashing in the morning.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And that's Season 4, Episode 7.
I love the stuff that happens in that episode.
Yeah, that's such a huge amount of backstory.
And yeah, it's such a, like, going over it, if you play this game, this is where the story really starts to take off. And there's so many little details we couldn't tease out that are really cool.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff that we kept being like, oh my god, and that connects to this thing later, but we can't talk about that now, but let's try to remember it later.
Yeah, it's... I just feel very good about all the stuff in this episode. I'm glad we're
really
finally
wonderful
to the story moving.
Mm-hmm. Well, next week is Chocobos.
Oh, well, yeah, so just like in typical fashion, the story really moves, and then it just fucking stops.
Oh, are you ready to go into the live stream?
I'm always ready to shed my ego and step through the gates of oblivion.
Let's see if anybody sent us any messages this week. Let's go. I'm never gonna get tired of coming in here.
Yeah.
It feels great. I see the message coming towards us. Oh shit.
Slap that into the minds of the audience.
The message reads, if you are interested in JRPGs, then you might enjoy Dark Gate Academy, an ongoing interactive indie quest inspired by the likes of Persona and Fire Emblem. Deep in the heart of Japan, there's an academy in the village of Dakugeto, where every few nights a portal to the Dark World opens, forcing students to fight to save not just themselves, but the entire world. With almost 100 episodes and 3 seasons, the story is complex, dark, and humorous, embracing and poking fun at the tropes that make the JRPG and anime medium so fun and interesting. And once you've caught up, you can vote to change the direction of the story takes in real time. To find the archive, simply visit bit.ly/darkgate. That's bit.ly/darkgate, all one word with a capital D. That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, that sounds really fantastic.
I want to get involved in this. I just got really into Persona.
I mean, we love some Persona. That's a great...
I think Persona's incredible.
I played some Fire Emblem in my day. Combination of those things.
And being able to, like, influence a story in that kind of a way where you can, like, kind of vote, it seems like such an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm going to check this out for sure. Everybody go to bit.ly/darkgate and see what's going on with this interactive indie quest.
Yeah, enrich your lives and your inner world with a quest that you have some say in, but yet comes to you and is surprising.
Thank you so much to Bruce Thompson at Darkgate Academy for that message.
Yeah.
Now let's get out of this live stream.
And we're back. If you'd like a live stream message, just email nocappodcast@gmail.com. That's NOCKAT with the subject line live stream. The messages are $25 a piece. They can say whatever you want us to say. And send us an email. Get involved. And with that, please rate and review us on iTunes. You can find us at noonecannowabouthis.com or email us at nocappodcast@gmail.com. Go to Etsy.com and search No One Can Know About This to get our t-shirts and mugs.
Yeah, we've got some merch up.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Go check them out. Get them that way. You can support the show. You can also go to patreon.com/nocat and support us that way. You can get the episodes early. You can get the video version. You can get a free t-shirt by supporting us at the $10 level. It's a wonderful time out there for everybody who wants to support us.
Another thing you can do is you can also just tell your friends about it. If you know anyone who you think might like it, that's the best way to support us, actually.
That's like genuinely the best way to support the show. But we love hearing from you guys, so get in touch. And with that, here's a little No One Can Know About This dessert.
Yeah, this week I'm thinking like a really, really creamy ice cream. The kind that almost has like a taffy consistency, but will break
like a mascarpone flavored ice cream?
A mild cheese ice cream. It sounds gross, but trust me, it's fucking delicious.
Here
it comes.
But I mean, it's just like pigs in a blanket are just usually sort of a, I don't know, like a hotel buffet or a special occasion breakfast.
I feel like it's a thing that's served a lot, like, it's like with hamburgers.
Oh no, I think of it as like a morning.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering.
Like these are definitely, I feel like breakfast pig in a blanket.
Interesting.